do it. Big stunt.
Cope and Cage are back, and they are out for revenge on FTR.
Big stunt just regained his ability to stand up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That is Ronda Rousey, close personal friend of Marina Shafir.
And I think the realization is hitting Toni Storm right now.
Ronda Rousey is calling out timeless Toni Storm. Ronda Rousey, she faced Gina Carano in a featherweight super fight on May 16th, but is calling out the former AEW Women's World Champion here in Los Angeles tonight.
They call me Maxwell Jacob Friedman. The ground calls me salt of the earth. My victims call me the devil. And this right here, this calls me better than you. But you already knew that. See, I don't come around these parts much anymore. This rotten town and all the losers that used to inhabit it have been awfully quiet since I came to power. So why come back to a place as useless as Los Angeles, California? Well, it's because there's one thing left I gots to do.
First of all, I want to say this. Fuck everyone hating on me. Fuck everyone saying, oh, you said Shinny on Ichiban and then you came to AEW. Fuck you. It doesn't concern you. Suck your mum. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about New Japan Pro Wrestling. Fuck New Japan Pro Wrestling. Fuck that old cripple Hiroshi Tanahashi. Fuck all the young boys. Fuck every single one of them. And fuck Darby Allin the most. And that's where the problem lies. That's where the problem.
To join the New Day, we're not afraid of your little voodoo, and quite frankly, we would like for you to leave.
Okay, well then get out three words before I leave. You.
Whoa.
Whoa, curse! Did you just put me in front of that? You. He's talking about you.
He's talking about you.
I pulled you in front of me. Let's ask him. Hey.
To me, this you, that title on your waist, it's an embarrassment. You're a try-hard that's making us all look terrible because at the end of the day, you're old.
Oh!
In 3, 2, 1, clap.
Benoit balls.
I still think Kevin Sullivan did it. I'm Aubrey Edwards. I'm not a wrestler. Tony's quick sniffs of the week.
No, just my dickhead friends causing concussions and shit. All right, never mind.
There's barbecue sauce. So good, half the face don't work.
With Hogan that close up on the fucking camera reminds me of my racist uncle. I know you ain't listening, but you know who you are, you fucking racist.
Uncle. Oh my God, for real? Don't tell me that's his name. No way. I was kidding. I swear to God. I'm scared. It was just the first thing that came to my head. It was the first thing.
Welcome to the Top of Wrestling with your hosts ODM and the Professor.
Good wrestling day. It's the Top of Wrestling podcast. I'm the Professor. He's ODM, and we welcome y'all back because it is, man, we're still rocking through season 6. Most of it has to do with the wars, let's just say that. But it is season 6. We are still rocking through on iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the X. Slowest I've ever done that. And, hey, it's a good wrestling day to all of you, and I hope you guys are ready to go. We got news, we got results, we got Bring It to the Table. Fuck, did I just go back to episode 1? I feel like I'm all of a sudden trying to be a radio host again. And we do have the Monday Night Wars 25 years later. It's the final WCW pay-per-view of all time. Little did they know 8 days later how things would really be turning out, but, time will tell. And so that'll be WCW Greed. And our movie of the week, I Just Can't Take You Doing That Thing You Do. I know that I had sent this to ODM. I said, you know what, this is the one we're going to be doing. We're talking about this movie. It's a Tom Hanks classic with a bunch of other up-and-coming stars. And you sent me a thing today. You said, yeah, I got to pay for it. I'll catch you on the next one. And I sent it over to you. I had a version. I go, nope, motherfucker. You're trying this one. You're doing it. You're doing that thing you do. So we'll find out if or if not ODM was able to do it, fitting it in with his work day. But ODM.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Yeah. Rocky again.
I'm still trying
It's the mouth, it's the mouth thing that you're doing. You look like Rocky Balboa when you're trying to do it. I don't know, man.
But that's how he does it. He does the mouth thing. Where
He definitely does, yeah, to an extent, yeah. But no, don't quit your day job, right?
Okay, so let's just jump right into it. I'm going to let you take the first part of the news, at least just only the very first part.
Yeah, well, I sent you the video, and actually, I didn't even send you the video. I think I just sent you like a headline with like a screen grab of it. You found the video, and you're like, I can't watch this. He's like, it's making me sick.
I watched it, and I go, I'm saw enough. I'm halfway through, and that's all I needed to see.
Yeah, so OVW referee Dallas Edwards suffered a concussion and brain bleed. So basically, what was supposed to happen was the guy was supposed to come off the top and hit the ref with a flying forearm. Well, he did that. The problem is, instead of like rolling off or shooting past him in the process, he just landed right on the guy's fucking head. Mm-hmm. And the guy started having a fucking seizure in the middle of the ring. And the brilliant wrestlers said, let's roll him out of the way so we can keep wrestling. And nobody helped this guy.
I'm a 50-50 on this, okay? Who's to say they weren't like, wow, Dallas is really selling the balls out of this tonight. Look at that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, because these guys are more focused on each spot that they had to do, they weren't paying attention to it. That's a very shitty excuse. On the other half, yes, you should have been able to recognize something was going on there, and wrestlers should have been a little more ready and alert for something like that. I believe that even Dallas Edwards himself, from the hospital, put out a tweet. It was like, I think everybody should really learn to look at first aid or whatever. Like, he was like, I encourage everybody to look into this.
Yeah, it said, in lieu of donations, I instead implore all of my fellow workers to get some sort of training in assisting another's life. Being in the position before, it's very important to be educated in all scenarios relating to injury, illness, or condition in the ring, especially when we're performing. That was part of his statement. And Al Snow, who owns OVW, or is at least a part owner or what, he put out a statement. He apparently did not do a good job with this, because Al Snow, if you famously remember, is the one that said, somebody is going to die in an AEW ring, I guarantee it. And then this happens. So, not great. But then apparently when it happened, he was on, because he always posts like dad jokes online, like on his socials. That's what El Snow does. And he did one right after the event, and everybody's like, somebody's going to die in an OVW ring, I guarantee it. But I'm not going to read El Snow's thing, but it's basically just a corporate statement saying...
It 100%. I was just going to say that's all it was. Because as soon as I read it, I was like, blah, 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 blah. All right, nothing good. All right, never mind.
Yeah, so it sucks, man. Apparently this guy sounds like he's okay. He even mentioned something about, he's going to take some time, and, thankfully he's in a position where he can afford this medical care. So, I mean, I guess that's good, but we'll see who's getting sued here.
I mean, is there really a suing thing to be involved? It's not like after he was seizing, they picked him up and power bombed him 7 more times. Yes, he was there left in the middle of the ring. It was wrong, and it was a careless incident. But do I think there's a suing incident involved? I don't see it, but I'm also, who the fuck am I?
You're the professor on the dock. Neither of us are Esquire, so I don't think we really know. But again, this is America, so.
No, that's true. Yeah, you can sue for anything. That's true.
What do you mean? I got to drink this coffee hot?
Man upset that McDonald's coffee burns him. What the fuck? One of my I think George Carlin covered that.
Oh
too.
God, there's probably 20
ones.
comedians that did a joke about that shit.
Oh, I'm sure. So, I like Killer Cross. You know that. Carrion, Killer Cross. He became the GCW champion recently. Well, now he actually has a third belt, and it's out of the ACW. And he defeated Richard Holiday and Mike Santana this past weekend. So he has 3 championships. So great. He's becoming Killer Monet.
Or Matt Cardona, because Cardona kind of did the same thing.
He didn't win a bunch of championships. He just stayed right within GCW.
I thought he had like three titles at one point. That's when he was the indie god, yeah.
I guess that's maybe, you know what? That is the thing to do. You go out and win a bunch of championships. You know what? You're right. Drew McIntyre as Drew Galloway won the ICW championship and the Impact championship. So you're 100% right. I had to send it to you. It made me laugh. It was the day our show actually aired. It was Ronda Rousey. It was a press conference for her match against
Gina Carano.
I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Sure. It's called the White House card event, right? Are they doing this in the front lawn of the fucking White House?
God bless America. Dude, it's Idiocracy.
Hey, oh my God, it is. Jesus. They were like, what are your thoughts on the payroll there in EFC? She's like, it fucking sucks. People don't get paid what they're worth. They everybody has medical bills. They have to do extra jobs. She tore the fucking balls out of UFC, and also was like, well, it's because of TKO. They kind of have them by the balls. They can't do anything. Jesus Christ.
If you want my opinion, she's hurting for money and relevancy, just due to this, the fact that she's facing Carano, and other recent events that we will get to.
Exactly. Thank you. So on Wednesday night, David Finlay, the War Dogs, they are all official. They're going to be in All Elite Wrestling. And David Finlay had said, you know what, to be honest with you, for my father, Fit, his greatest accomplishment was that I came out of his nutsack. And Fit says Uriah Connors, which is the other son. We can't even call him Finlay. He's Uriah. Urethra Connors is now his greatest. He said that's his greatest accomplishment. Now, I gotta say this. David Finlay did not want to go to WWE because he would have to go through NXT first. He'd be the leader of this entire stable. And it would have set him to the fucking moon. I think this, personally, and we're going to talk about it when we get to NXT, I think he would have been a great fit here, but we'll also get to the pay-per-view, and you tell me where the fit is at. But also with people who, choose to be in NXT versus WWE, Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs, he said it's been said that he strongly pushed to be on the main roster and did not want to be in NXT. And I just want to say, you look at Obafemi right now, a guy like Royce Keys going through that developmental system. You can say that AEW was your developmental system. It wasn't, dude. And you had 16 matches total on TV ever with AEW in 4 years, maybe 5. So I think that it was a bad choice for him to look. If you want to let him debut at the Royal Rumble, fine. He hasn't been on TV yet. You could still put him in NXT. I'd give it a solid thought. I'm just saying. Like, I don't think he's ready for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I love him. You know, I'm a big fan, and I want to see him succeed, but it didn't hurt Obafemi. Obafemi wasn't there a long time, you know? Go to NXT, get your training in, do some TV, you know, and come up to the main roster. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No. It's funny, a couple of weeks ago, I had said that WWE had that WWE had put a block on any watch parties within the Las Vegas areas. So basically, bars, movie theaters, all those places that are able, because obviously movie theaters are the way you can do it nowadays before they check out completely. But they were blocking it in Vegas, so you couldn't really watch the WrestleMania night 1 or 2 in a giant capacity. Well, apparently they lifted that block because they know they're fucked already. You know, it made me laugh. On Raw, it was tonight and tonight only. You can get tickets for WrestleMania 31.06% or 31.6% off because it was $316.
Ah.
And I was like, how about 50?
Yeah.
Motherfucker. How about more? Like the each ticket is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Like there's no way. I'm saying it right now. Let's go back and just recount last year. What they said for each night was the attendance. I don't see them beating Saturday and or Sunday of last year.
No, it'll probably be declined. They're pricing themselves out. You know?
But their attendance number, I guarantee you on that show, will be taller and stronger and larger than it was for...
They're going to use a bigger font?
Or whatever. I was trying
Stretch them out.
I have to do that. I'm old.
Right.
But it'll be a larger number than it was last year.
Yeah, I mean, you've got...
For both nights. They're going to do it just to say that, we beat last year, but you didn't. There's no way you did, because the expensive fucking tickets, no one's buying it.
This is they're definitely shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, you got people out there that'll spend whatever, right? They'll put themselves in debt to do this, unfortunately. But it's turning into a PR nightmare. This WrestleMania, to me, almost has the feel of what's the one that they had to move. They have to move it from the Coliseum to somewhere else. It was when Slaughter, when Slaughter had the title and the whole Iraq War thing.
Oh yeah, Slaughter's being threatened. Yeah. Let's just move it.
It's because they couldn't sell it out. It was the whole thing, the booking, everything was a shit show. That's what this year feels like, man.
I hope they just make the WrestleMania 9 Coliseum again this year.
That would be awesome.
In some contract news, Nikki Blackheart has signed with WWE. Decent indie. Popular.
Is she like Venezuelan or something? Kind of looks like the Hispanic mommy, kind of. What?
She is Venezuelan or something?
Yeah, South American, somewhere in there.
Dynamite drop in ODM. All right, TK's quick sniffs of the week. A fan had tweeted tagging Sammy Guevara and Britt Baker about the Revolution pay-per-view. Hey, how come we didn't get to see your guys' returns tonight? Britt Baker returns. It's not up to me. And then afterwards, like minutes later, Sammy Guevara tweets back, "It's not up to me, amigo."
There you go.
Good for both of them. It's like it's not. And it's funny because you keep seeing Tony's like, "Oh, we're expecting Britt when the time is right, when she can fit into something." I'm like, everything I'm watching right now, you mean to tell me you can't fit her into any of this bullshit that's going on right now? She could have. All right, with the amount of returns that happened after Revolution, she should have been able to at least show up after Thelka's retain over Statlander.
Yeah.
Right? I'm back, bitch. Nope. Nothing for her. She's just sitting on a contract.
It's got to be. It sucks, though. She doesn't get to wrestle anymore, and she had to quit her practice because she got famous enough. So she's really gotten double screwed here, you know?
And I hate to say this, man, like I know dick about the fucking business, but I do know this. The more you wrestle, the more your body is calloused. The less you wrestle, those calluses, they go away and you start to hurt. So when she's ready to get back in the ring, she's going to be in fucking pain and going back to square one because she hasn't fucking wrestled in years. Legitimately, it's got to be 2 years now for
wrestling. Yeah, and who knows if she's been training during this time. You know, if she's been training, that's great. That's one thing. But, I mean, if she hasn't, then, yeah.
Well, she lost one training partner.
Probably for the best.
Baby. Yeah, well, she would have broke his fucking arm just... Anyway. Outside of TK, we do have Uncle Dave's claims of the week. Duh. He had claimed that LA Knight and Brock Lesnar was 100% set for WrestleMania. Thought that was a fun one. Made me laugh after this past week on Monday. He gave Speedball Mike Bailey and Kyle Felcher 5 stars for their match on Dynamite.
Of course he did.
A match on Dynamite was worth 5 stars. Let me go back one more time. Kurt Angle. Right,
so, yeah, Felcher is his new favorite. He's making him out to be the fucking greatest wrestler of all time.
It's his new Okada.
His new Omega, his new Osprey, yep.
Well, you saw the picture of recently at the Dynamite taping where Meltzer's just at ringside while Okada's there. And Meltzer's like,
he's doing the Dennis Reynolds look. I told you, it's just like him.
Remember that? Did you ever watch that one? I know you weren't a big fan of it, but SNL. And I jizzed in my pants. So I looked over at Okada and I jizzed.
I think I have
pants.
seen that. Yeah,
that's what he kind of looks like. Yeah, that's Meltzer looking at him, but also maybe Felcher nowadays.
He wants to Felcher.
Oh God, he's gonna Felcher up Kyle.
Ew.
Not a good episode name, but
no.
And you know what? We're gonna get into the pay-per-view in a minute, but it is funny that he said having Ronda Rousey in AEW is absolutely amazing because around the world and in the real world, her name carries
As the
weight.
bitch that got kicked in the head.
Does it? Best meme I've seen online was 2 arms holding together like two guys or 2 arms just handshake, brotherhood, right?
The meme.
And it said AEW fans, WWE fans, and above it said no one likes Ronda Rousey. And it was like it's the one thing she got booed out of again. My favorite thing is she got booed in the Crypto Center in California, in Los Angeles. She was so upset the night that she got booed out of the Staples Center against Charlotte Flair in that Survivor Series match. She was like, I can't believe people are booing me. I'm like, I can't believe you can't believe it.
Figured out. You know, there's a world where that's actually a good thing. It works for you.
And my favorite thing is she looked at a guy, and the guy must have been like, you fucking suck, blah, blah, blah. You never know what he ever said. And she goes, you're not a real man. And that was still my favorite thing. I'm like, yeah, like, you're so upset about everything. I thought it was hysterical. So, for her to make her debut in Los Angeles where people still hate her, you're in your hometown and people hate you. It's the opposite of CM Punk in Chicago.
Right? Jesus.
So, in NXT, we are starting to see that Tony D'Angelo, he wants a piece of Joe Hendry. He wants to go after the NXT championship. But if you have not seen it, there is a new group that is out. It's called The Birthright. It is led by William Regal and David Finlay.
Fit Finlay.
The Birthright. You're right. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I say David so much nowadays. It is Fit Finlay. And it is a group established of people who are
legacy
born into the business. Yes, a legacy, 100%. You got Lexus King, Charlie Dempsey, who is under William Regal, the other Finlay, the
Uriah
urinal Finlay, whatever his name was. And Stax, and the only reason he's in it is through Ariana Grace, who is the daughter of Santino Morello. It's a little storyline. Fuck it, we're fine with it. But I'm just saying, man, if David Finlay came in and was the leader of the Birthright, and you take Stax out right there, holy shit. It would just make you look forward to 5 years from now being like, what is the main roster going to be? This is going to be good. You want to be on AEW? That's fine, because I can't wait to talk about Revolution, baby. On TNA, I don't understand it. Candice Michelle signed with TNA Impact.
Outstanding.
Look at, I know that I know that you had a little brief absence through wrestling around this time, but Candice Michelle, do you remember her from the GoDaddy commercials?
Yes.
I can do this, and then dances. Yep, became a wrestler. Signed with TNA Impact 20 years after she's already been retired. Good for you.
Outstanding.
On SmackDown, we'll save the best for last. Drew McIntyre quits at the beginning of SmackDown, saying, fuck this, you guys gave Cody every opportunity in the world. But then shows up later on just to take out Jacob Fatu. Obviously, we're pushing towards a match towards WrestleMania with them. Backstage, Danhausen curses The Miz. And then, well, that curse comes true as Jelly Roll punches him. I did like when Miz said, you know what? I liked you when you were fatter. It's funny to me because that's how I feel about Jonah Hill, and he hates that comment, apparently. He actually, gets really mad about it, and I'm like, no, but I really do. I'm like, you became a cocksucker once you lost your weight. I'm like, you were fatter, or you were funny when you were fatter.
Hey,
At least the catcher from Sandlot, he's like, I'm going to keep the fat cheeks. I'm just running with this the rest of my life.
Even with all the drug use.
So it's looking like, though, it's going to be Miz and Kit Wilson against Jelly Roll. Now, I have seen the name Royce Keys thrown out there, which I'm like, I don't see it happening. But I think it would be better if it was Danhausen. It would be great for a first match for him in a celebrity match role. He's already got clout. I think he's doing good enough. We can get into it a little more when it comes to Raw. One of my favorite moments on SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton is just walking backstage, and she's getting ready to head towards the ring, and Chelsea Green just rolls backstage in her wheelchair, and she goes, you don't even get to hear her. She goes, you know what? And Tiffany just walks behind it, pushes the fucking wheelchair as hard as she can, just off frame, then just keeps walking. I go, why was that the funniest fucking thing ever? I'm like,
it was flawless.
It's Chelsea Green, man. You know what I want? If her foot is not ready, make her the host of WrestleMania.
Oh, there you go.
Just random backstage segments, her rolling around doing shit. She's good. I like her. It sucks that she got injured right before WrestleMania, but, that's the business. The Wyatts and the MFTs are just playing Capture the Lantern. They're just taking the lantern and going back and forth. Hooray, not even hooray. It's fucking horrible. The Bellas returned, and they had a backstage face-off with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Also, there was a face-off backstage on Raw with the Kabuki Warriors and Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. I'm wondering where I feel like it's going to be like a 5-6 woman tag gauntlet for the tag title. Something where it's just going to be
get everybody some time
possible,
in the ring. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
And then didn't Lash Legend and Nia Jax take out the Bellas?
They did, and they're the tag champs as it is. So that's where it kind of works out. But the biggest thing that came out of SmackDown, the best thing that came out of SmackDown, was Randy Orton turning heel on Cody Rhodes. I'm not putting it in my I called it. I put it in I really wish they would just let him go heel, because right now, 2 faces going at the title, it's going to be dog shit. Go back in the legacy thing if you can. Man, he bloodied Cody. It's funny, one of the funniest things I saw this week. 3 things guaranteed. death, taxes, Cody getting his ass whooped on the way to WrestleMania. And it was like The Rock. Last year was John Cena with the turn. This year with Randy Orton. Already the best version of Randy I've seen in at least 10 years. I hated his tagging with Riddle. I hated his shit with the Wyatts. All that shit. This right here got me back to an old school Orton where I was like,
yep,
I'm in. And if he wins, I'm cool. If he doesn't, we'll find out. But either way, I'm happy. This looked good.
Yes. You also have, so maybe a double turn. But, I mean, there's more on Raw to this. So, I mean, I guess we can wait until then.
So let's just talk about that right now. Fuck it. It's not a major part of Raw. But so there's the video.
Yeah, it looked like he was in a dungeon.
With Michael Cole. And yeah, it looked like shit. It was weird. And he says, yeah, hang on. I'm on the phone. And he's saying to someone, yeah, whatever the fuck he was saying. I know one person it's not. It's Ted DiBiase Jr. Right. He's in jail. So, is it Cowboy Bob?
That's what I've seen a lot of people say. That seems weird to me. I think it's Kevin Owens.
But he said
wrestling has more than one royal family.
The wrestling has one
is
more
Cody's
than one
thing.
Royal family.
Yeah.
I'm like, but why would it be KO?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's just because we haven't seen him in a while and it's an excuse to bring him back. Maybe it's Vince.
It's Jesus Christ. No, but that's why I say it's
right,
Cowboy
right,
Bob
right.
is because the wrestling has more than one family. Either way, now you have me into this match. But have you noticed they have changed the graphics for WrestleMania like 17 times so far? Like each match graphic looks different. Look around. They all just each week it has a different looking graphic. Like they're trying shit out before they get to the real event.
Maybe they're trying out new graphic artists.
Look up CM Punk Roman Reigns WrestleMania graphic. You're gonna find like 5 different versions.
Yeah, but
already.
bullshit. Okay, like but I mean that's 6. Hard. I mean because
they never do this many different versions. This isn't AI. I'm talking about what WWE is actually produced.
It might be hard to filter. Well,
you
know what I mean,
just
true. To see.
Well,
it
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
you
fine.
don't have to do that right now. You can do it on your own time and jerk off later. So, this past Sunday, AEW Revolution began at 8:00 Sunday night, and it finished at 12 a.m. or 12:40 a.m. altogether. Oh my God, this dude's sitting back and eating Chinese food over here while I talk about it.
I got nothing. I know it's going to take a long time, and I can't wait to. I'm just trying to enjoy the shit show.
So, but plus with the pre-show, you're talking about 6 hours of wrestling. It was a lot for a Sunday night, man. For a regular wrestling show, Sunday night is just way too late. But they do the Nitro, WCW Nitro Pyro opening, and Jack Perry wins the national championship in the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. Last person he eliminates, of course, is Ricochet. Wins the title in the Crypto.com arena, the same arena that he saw SummerSlam in with his dad, Luke Perry. And he said that was the last time he was actually inside of that arena, let alone performing. Did you happen to see some of the things about Ricochet recently?
He likes getting his butthole fingered by his girl.
Well, there's that, but also he actually wrote back to a fan.
I'm glad you have MS. Yeah, sounds about right.
Or MS, yeah. Fuck.
Bitch-a-shay, man. Bitch-a-shay. Jesus. And then what's up with Samantha Irvin tweeting, oh, he laid pipe and then ran off to the airport? What?
Because
obviously she's a whore.
Irvin, you're a good whore. FTR retained the tag team championships against the Young Bucks. The video package for the Young Bucks, it was all of their kids narrating it. We love you, Daddy. Let's do this, yada, yada. And then it was, and screw FTR, or FTR sucks. And then all the kids come out with them and accompany them to the ringside. Dax and Nick Jackson get color. Nick, way fucking harder than everybody else. A lot of blood splattered all over the ring, and this is technically the opening bout of Revolution. There's a part where Matt is just struggling, and he just happens to be in front of his family, and he crawls up at ringside, or at the ringside barrier into the fans, and his kid's there, and he goes, "I can't do it," and his kid goes, "Come on, Dad, you can
Go
do
for it.
You can do it, Dad. Go for it, Dad." Is that Rocky 5? That took my room. So he goes into the fucking ring and gets into it. And the funniest part, they end up still losing the match. Edge and Christian then return as FTR trying to, just celebrate in the ring. And it says on the shirt, it's Cage and Cope. Fuck you, it's Edge and Christian. Go fuck yourselves. Mm-hmm. But then there was a semi-weird three-way stare down between Edge, Christian, Young Bucks, and FTR. And I'm already seeing people online being like, three-way ladder match. I'm like, yeah, I'd like to see Edge and Christian die in a match.
Yeah, why not?
Kind of fun. This match bothered me. Toni Storm defeated Marina Shafir. Marina beat the living piss out of Toni the entire match. Looked good. Look at, man, I'm going to say this, criminally underwhelming. If you haven't watched a good Marina Shafir match, she can go. She's good as a heel. She was in the crowd, like, fucking just getting in their faces, like, "You're ungrateful motherfuckers," in their faces. I was like, she's good, dude. But then, finally, all of a sudden, she counters the mother's milk. That, squeezing type submission. And Toni Storm gets a quick win. And as she is up at the very top of the ramp, she's doing her swimming on her back celebration. And very, very, very underwhelmingly, Ronda Rousey just kind of appears in the ring wearing a jacket that says Roddy Piper, and it's all about Piper, and it's like a black and red jacket. She takes it off and just kind of points over at Toni. I'm like, she's on her back. She has no idea you're there, which is kind of weird. So it's already really a very underwhelming thing. And they're like, "Oh, that's Ronda Rousey." I'm like, all right. But Toni hears the crowd chant, or being like, oh. And she pops her head up and looks over at Rousey. And Rousey goes, "Come here." And I kind of like it. Toni goes, she laughs and goes, "Okay, why not?" And just walks to the ring. And then out of nowhere, 50 fucking security guards are in the goddamn ring separating them. And while Toni Storm is up on the top rope, just sitting there, Marina Shafir gets a good sucker punch. Her and Rousey leave the ring. I was like, all of a waste. But Rousey can't even touch anybody because she has this bout coming up. So she's just going to be a mouthpiece. And it's funny, Meltzer did say he sees it being Marina Shafir, Ronda Rousey versus Mina Shirakawa and Toni Storm at some point. But it's got to be after this.
Yeah.
Her UFC.
That's why I'm saying this. She's got to be so desperate for attention and money. You ragged 100%. On wrestling, I mean, maybe more so just the WWE, but and now all of a sudden you're coming.
But it's still the same. It's still the same business. It's still someone who's going to predetermine.
But it's also a mark. So
the funny thing is that her and Marina Shafir were leaving the arena, and all of a sudden, Death Rider's music hits. You think it's just them playing out. But all of a sudden, you just get a quick pan over. It's Moxley giving fists to... That's funny. Giving fist bumps to Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia of the Dick Riders. and he walks out and heads into the arena with his Continental Championship and just happens to run into Schaefer and Rousey, and they all. And what I liked is Schaefer gives him 4 slaps across the face, just bam, 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 to get him pumped up, ready to go. I liked how it was just transition. It just went wrestling to wrestling. I did like it. You know, there are some things I will give you some cool things about AEW, because right now with WWE, I'm like, oh, I could take a dump and then make a whole brisket in between each match. Match, you know what I mean? So, in what I would say is likely the match of the night, Moxley retained against Konosuke Takeshita in a no time limit Continental title match. Great match. But then a video shows up, and it shows this doctor injecting into someone's the center of their elbow, the veins area right there, the inner elbow. And all of a sudden the person pops up, and you could see it's Will Ospreay. Video package ends. That was it. And then they show Moxley in the crowd right at the barrier, and he goes, whatever. And then all of a sudden, dun 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 dun. And I was like, why do a video package and then the video? Just do the fucking the video package and then the return. Just do the return. Yeah. That's all we needed. We didn't need the video package.
It's a TK thing.
Cool, but if you were bringing him back in a week or two,
he's done it before.
But don't both.
TK's done that a million times. He did it with MJF. Kenny Omega. Yeah. I heard that his style, his in-ring style is going to change.
Yeah, well, after the neck surgery, he probably has to. Looks more jacked, has a full right sleeve, and I was like, or left sleeve, and I was like, did any of that cover up that bullshit Wembley attendance number?
Oh, that's awesome! I forgot about that. That's fucking great.
That's one thing I want to know. I'm not sure what arm it was, but if that was a part of it, awesome. I just need to know if that was a part of it. Every match was a minimum of 15 minutes. I need to say that right now. -1.
I'm getting tired just hearing about
Megan Bayne and Lena Cross defeated Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale for the tag titles. Willow's already hurt because she pulled double duty defending her TBS championship on the pre-show. But that match only went 5 minutes. Thank God. Swerve, he defeated Brody King. I said this was going to be match of the night. Surprisingly, Moxley and Takeshita actually did a much better job, I think. This was good, but it was AEW style. I mean, it was trying to, doing things on the concrete, trying to hurt the guy and going to the overboard. It began with fuck ice chants, and then it was funny because the first 4 minutes they were spending outside, mostly on the floor, just fighting. And the announcer's like, they got to be aware of the ref's count. I'm like, he's outside with them. There is no count. It was bad.
Sounds about right.
Swerve did do a vertebraker on the concrete, the cop killer. After the match is over, I swear to God, I've never heard this in my life. Ding, ding, ding. Swerve Strickland. Not here's your winner by submission, by pinfall.
Just
none
said
of that
Swerve
shit.
Strickland.
Justin Roberts just said Swerve Strickland. That was it. That's all he said was Swerve Strickland. I was like, what the fuck? We did have a couple of issues of the audio again. Remember how I told you they were having trouble with the internal mic and the arena mic last time? They were having a little bit of that.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Tekla, or Thelka, retained her women's title against Chris Statlander, a 2 out of 3 falls match. Jet Speed and Mystico won the Trios Championships from Okada and Aussie Open. You know, the guys that won the tag title, those Trios Championships just this past week. Yeah. And then afterwards, we get a cool graphic. Mystico is all elite. Cool. You can have Sin Cara. Enjoy.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are freaking out about it like it's this major get. Yeah, I know.
Well, to Meltzer it is, because he named him like Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah. Pass. Next slide.
Andrade defeated Bandito. Look, it was a pretty good match, but it went, I think, 21 minutes. It was not needed to have a 21-minute match. They both had moments where they both took their pants off and wrestled in their undergear, right? It was a big thing, you know what I mean? Like how Andrade does. And Andrade did a selfie with a whore by ringside. Next slide. The moment of the night that actually pissed me off the most, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong defeated the Dogs. Oh. They're not called the War Dogs because they were known that in
So wait a minute.
Japan, so
are you telling me this new hot tag team with like one of the biggest free agent acquisitions of the year so far, and their first pay-per-view match reuniting as a stable lost to a guy that puts his hands in his pockets?
I should not be upset about this. I should be
laughing.
Shocked, but it does bother me.
There's nothing else to do. You can't make it up anymore.
I feel like Walter White in the basement. That's how I feel like
it started as a joke, and it's happening consistently now.
And then how they win is it was a 2 out of 3 setup because Gabe Kidd got zip-tied underneath the entrance stage, so he couldn't be involved in the rest of the match. Did you see his fucking post-show promo? Fuck New Japan, fuck Hiroshi Tanahashi, fuck this person, fuck that person. He just lost his shit, and he's like, and suck your mother. They had to zoom in because Renee Paquette started busting out laughing once he said, suck your mother. I do like Gabe Kidd. He is funny. Like once he gets going. But it would have been the strongest trios performance opener for these guys, and they still let these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. And in the main event, MJF retained against Hangman Page, which means he can no longer get a title shot for the title. Woo! Thank God for that one.
But no, from what I've seen, I think it was TK that said this, it's more of a gentleman's agreement.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He went back on it already? He went back on it within seconds?
Now, he didn't flat out saying it doesn't really mean it, but it's a gentleman's agreement, which means that they can just pull it back anytime they want to, which will probably be next week.
Yeah, then why didn't you do it for Cody?
Yeah.
Well, the best part. All right, so Paige comes out to a guy playing the trumpet. Anyway.
Aubrey was there then.
Is she? So there was a trumpet player in Aubrey. MJF's video package. He's wearing the old cowboy
poncho,
duster, the big thing that goes over the poncho, right? Yeah, I said the duster. That's It's Always Sunny. But he's wearing that, and he's got on the color pants of Terry Funk, which he ends up wearing to the ring, and he wears his whole getup to the ring too. But this intro is him, and it says Hollywood, California, and you see him going through which is crazy, a town that looked just like where I was in Colombia back about 6 months or 10 months ago, and him just going through, and he's like, but this is the day after Revolution, and he hops off the horse, and there's this little stick in the ground that says Hangman Adam Page, and there's a little horse on it with some rocks next to it. He hops off the horse just to piss on that grave. And then that's the end of the video. MJF comes out. I go, I liked it. I thought that was hysterical. It was MJF's actual birthday. And at one point, Hangman Page staple gunned a happy birthday card to his chest and immediately ripped it off. Look at, man, there was a lot of things. There was skewers, there was needles, there was barbed wires. They did the needle spot again right through the cheek,
and then he was for some reason he was squirting out the water or whatever that was in there. It's why is that supposed to make it more painful, or are we just going for?
Hopefully, it was rubbing alcohol to get rid of all the diseases that were going on. Then there was a window pane that Hangman brought in, put up against the corner. But MJF countered it, and so he just picked it up and slammed it on the mat, so it just had flat glass everywhere. But then they both drag each other at some point through the glass. One of the greatest parts is MJF finally gets the upper hand of Hangman, and he goes under the ring and grabs a broom and just starts sweeping out all the glass in the middle of the ring because he didn't want to get hurt anymore. Funny. I will say that. It was kind of funny. I don't know why it made me laugh. And then all of a sudden it turned into a dog collar match. They were both wearing a dog collar, and the funniest part was it was Revolution 2022 with Punk and MJF, and don't tell me because I was there. But it's funny because as soon as MJF noticed that the collar was on his neck, he goes, "Not again, not again, not again," and starts freaking out, which I thought was funny. Way too many 9 counts. Like, the only way to win this is either
last man standing.
It's basically last man standing or a tap out. And with that last man standing, there were many times where the person was down at 8, they go 9, and before 9.5, all of a sudden they pop up out of nowhere like cocaine was shot into their fucking taint, and they were ready to pop up, no problem. But I'm saying, like, each guy did it 3-4 times. It was annoying. It bothered the fuck out of me.
It's a tale as old as time. It's an old trope that, just doesn't go away.
But Hangman won the title from Jon Moxley by choking him out over the rope. MJF retained the championship versus Hangman Page by doing that. But what was crazy, I assume it was planned, okay? I can only assume. But after the ref called for the bell, MJF let go. Hangman fell off the outside of the apron and fell directly headfirst into the camera. And you saw all the blood just sit directly on that camera lens until the end of the night. And I was like, okay, that's kind of fucking cool. I like that. That was cool. But again, gentleman's agreement, apparently, from what you saw.
I saw the light tube spots, the exploding table spots, obviously, the syringe spot. I saw
the part where he bear hugged him to put him on top of the electrical unit outside off of the stage. Hangman took the worst of it. It was a dumb spot. It
didn't look good. And
horrible.
And I saw Alvarez going, at first it was a decent match, but then then it just turned into them fucking trying to outdo what they've already done by 10, Yep.
100%. I was waiting for someone to just grab a tattoo gun out and just write something.
Fuck it, might as well at this point.
All right, well, let's finish off the results. We got Monday Night Raw. Look, I don't know if we've actually talked about this, but you've been hearing for the last several weeks. That's Eminem. That is
Godzilla.
The opening song, and it's Godzilla. And it's funny because the opening lines are, "I could swallow a bottle of vodka," and I could he goes through a whole thing of doing a bunch of pills and drinking. But then right after that, he goes, "And I wrestle with Bobby the Brain Heenan because I WrestleMania with," he goes through this whole fucking thing, and it's great that that's the opener. But it's just funny that that's the opening song. But he actually mentions Bobby the Brain Heenan and WrestleMania.
Fuck yeah, and it's better than Fiend.
Yes. Rollins and Masked Men all show up again. Sign of the night. I got an idea. We need one more Masked Men. I like this Rollins. I'm taking out the Vision. I did like this whole. It's kind of like when he was going after Triple H and going face. We all liked that. It was cool for a moment. I'm gonna hate Rollins in 6 months, but I'm okay with this for right now.
100%.
Paul Heyman comes out. He's got the line across the nose and the reddest eye. You could see a little bit of tear coming down, so I'm like, I'm not sure what they did. Did they squeeze? Look at Heyman's a pro. Mm-hmm. Was he take a pepper, just drop it in my fucking eye? Why was it so red? The other one was extremely white. This was so red. Had a tear coming down, something was in there, irritating it.
Could have been rubbing it. He could have just rubbed his eyes before he came out, aggressively. Like you said, he's a pro.
It's kind of like that one where he came out and he said, "You are not my tribal chief," to Solo Sikoa. His eyes were bloodshot red. The dude knows how to get himself in character. I liked it. I'm absolutely hating the bleeping
of the crowd.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Does not have to be bleeped out on Netflix. I'd like to show you a bunch of random TV movies and shit like that are on Netflix that will go above and beyond the word F. But you're going to let Heyman go, you want to F around and find out? Okay, well, what's F around mean, motherfucker? If you're trying to blank this out from the kids, why can you say that, but they can't say, fuck you, Heyman? And then, at the end of the whole thing, fucking Michael Cole goes, holy shit! But they bleep out the shit. Why even do it then?
Who the fuck knows? Yeah,
Bothers me.
I'm with you, man.
Just want to say that. But then Lesnar comes down and destroys all of the Masked Men. My favorite part was when he just screamed his high-pitched scream, running at a couple of them, and they all jumped over the barricade like, fucking him out! And then right after that, he dumped one guy on the steps, and another guy looked like directly on his head. I mean, like, directly on his fucking head. It looked bad. Then fucking Obafemi. I was waiting for WrestleMania for this to happen. I'm liking that they're saying that the answer has been challenged or called for now. Yeah. That's cool. We didn't have to wait. I like it. Now there's a build up. This is good. But that's where Cole did the holy shit with the power bomb. I'm like, look at man, if the crowd's not allowed to say it and we got to bleep it out, why are you allowed to say it?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it's just...
it is a double standard and it is stupid. I think Cole saying it just, gave the gravity of the situation.
The impact.
My favorite was when all three of them were in the ring. Rollins comes like he's going to step to Lesnar, and Lesnar just looks at him. Rollins is like, nope, I'm good.
And he just went to the corner and just relaxed.
Oh, it was great.
Now let me ask you. Was he crying?
I don't know. And, okay, so I don't know. I mean, it's real easy to say.
We're talking Obafemi.
Yeah. It's easy to say. He could have just been jacked up. It could have been anything. Now, I think maybe he was. And the reason that I say that is, you remember a while back when Drew attacked Brock? And Brock, said to him, pick up the title? He did that to Oba in the ring. He said, step on me or put your foot on me or whatever he said. So I could see Oba getting teared up that not only did he get that big moment, but Lesnar, helped him and put him over. And, I mean, that's kind of like a fucking, he fucking went out of his way to make you look strong. So I could see it being a tear.
Did you feel this big about Omos versus Brock Lesnar? Exactly. So, yeah, I'd shed a tear because this dude let you fucking powerbomb him hard on Raw. Made you look like a bitch in some ways, if you want to call it that, however you want to look at it, right? That was huge. I loved it, wait. Man. And so I was like, if it was a tear, I don't give a fuck. It was cool. You know what I mean? Charlotte cries every time she gets a random pin on Nikki Cross. Kaiser Americano defeated Chad Gable Americano after cheating with one of the extra Americanos, Bravo or Rio or whatever his name is, putting the steel thing into his head. Wouldn't it fucking still hurt Kaiser as well? I gotta say that.
I think it's padded. I think if you actually see it when they pull it out, it's padded on the one side, yeah.
Okay. It bothers me because I'm like, we're having this match. I'm like, are we giving this away before WrestleMania? But it is funny how Gable is over in WWE, but if you go to Mexico, Kaiser is the one that's over there.
You know why?
Kaiser won the Reyes de Reyes or whatever that fucking that championship was in the match, and the other Americanos handcuffed the OG Americano, which is Chad Gable. The Mexican crowd lost their goddamn mind, or the AAA crowd lost their mind when Kaiser won the match. Come to WWE, Kaiser's kind of booed and Gable is over now. Just weird how it's playing out, which makes me wonder if they do a mask and mask, who wins?
Yeah, that's going to be the tough one. It's probably...
I think you have to let Kaiser win. If he's already that over in AAA, don't ruin a good thing. Unmask Gable, give him a new gimmick.
Right. I think it's because Gable he can't speak Spanish, and when he does it poorly or improperly. He comes out to like the, Mexican mariachi, and then the mariachi version of Stars and Stripes. And Kaiser can actually speak Spanish fluently. So,
Yes.
I think that's why it's flip-flop, right? Because the Americans are like, ha, he said dos, right? And then the Mexican crowd's like, what the fuck are these gringos doing?
Wow, you just summed up this entire thing. We're a bunch of fucking...
Yeah.
Anyway. So, Paul Heyman is telling the Vision he wants them to go after the Usos and the tag titles. It's funny because I saw that as a possibility online. I'm like, that makes no sense because the Usos are basically just on border of heel. But, all right. Which I have a theory we'll get to. Penta retained his Intercontinental Championship versus Dragon Lee.
Yeah.
What can I say? It was a watered-down match.
It was.
Could have
And
been
they're friends.
anywhere else in any other country.
So...
Yeah, but it felt watered down. Natty tapped out Maxine.
Quick side note on that. Later in a backstage segment, if you look in the background, I think it was when Lyra was talking with Bailey. You see Maxine sitting against the wall, or like her head in her knees. She's upset about losing, and it's the Vision talking to her.
Well, first Austin Theory, and then Logan Paul comes up like 10 seconds later.
So,
yep.
Maxine just, I think she...
I got a dungeon,
too. Yeah, Maxine had a small window, and I feel like we're already past it. Yeah.
Oh, it's over. Yep.
She's not very good.
Javon Evans turned down Kofi Kingston. This was kind of funny, because Kofi's like, you got to join the Dune, man. He goes, because your boy is dragging you down. Talking about Dragon Lee, who just lost his match against Penta. And Javon was like, that's it. I'm not going to be in your crew.
Sorry.
Grayson Waller shows up, and then Danhausen is over there, and he is doing the Big E dance, which is automatically making me fucking laugh, okay? And then it gets to the point of the "You Are Cursed," and Kofi throws Grayson Waller in front of the curse, which is a good sign, showing like, okay, this has become a big thing. People know where the curse is coming from. Do I need to run from it? And Waller's like, what the fuck did you do that for, man? Which I thought was great. What I loved more than anything was after that, Danhausen goes, you are cursed. You are cursed. Again, he did the Big E dance to begin with. Oh, dude. I've seen him as Stone Cold Danhausen. I've seen him a lot of random shit. There's a video of him that was online during the break of Netflix. I'm not sure if you have the ad-free when you watch Netflix.
No, it still does commercials for Raw, yeah.
Okay, so if you do have the ad-free, which is more likely the international, he came out with a regular cannon and shot one T-shirt, and he goes, oh, that is it? Okay. And then had a multiple one, and he started shooting it out, which sucks is that he went to the same area, so it's like, it looked like 15 shirts went to the same 5 people. But he's already over, man. I like it. I'm digging it. We knew our truth before he's retired, and I'm liking this. To me, this is a Tony fumbled. I hate to say it like that, okay? But you had him. His very first thing is he came out under the ring and cursed Adam Cole. And we were like, ooh, wow, cool. I can't remember anything else after that.
It was all YouTube stuff.
That or with Orange Cassidy bullshit.
Yeah, even that I don't remember.
Oh, no, I think he even tried to work a little bit with Hook.
Don't remember that either.
Exactly. You can't remember. No one needs to. Stephanie Vakir did retain against Raquel Rodriguez. Liv Morgan was there at ringside, and then Io came down. And it was funny. Liv was like, me? You're coming after me? And she did chase her. But goddamn, Raquel launched Io Sky just across the entire announce table, which I thought was big. But Stephanie Vakir did get the win. Do we do just a singles match, Raquel and Liv, at WrestleMania? I feel like both need a marquee match. So Raquel Rodriguez versus Io Sky in a one-on-one match. I mean, she launched her over the thing. She lost. Neither of them have anything to do. I'm not sure where Roxanne Perez is. I'm not sure if she's injured.
Yeah,
so we got to do something. So we got to do something with
Raquel versus Io ain't the worst thing. I mean, Io, I think one of the things she excels at is making other people look good. She can bump well. You know what I mean? And the size difference is good, make Raquel look like a monster. So, I mean, I guess if you need another match and that's how you're going to get her on the card, it ain't the worst thing in the world.
Well, they're saying they're going to have, out of the 14 matches, it's going to be like 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 women's matches. So that's why I'm bringing that one up, thinking that's a possibility. To close out Raw, Roman Reigns comes out, and he asks for Phil to come out. I love it. Yeah, you're using my government name like it's a mock, but the truth is, only personal friends and family are the ones that get to call me that. And I call you about your real name. What do you call him? Titty McGee or some shit like that?
I must have missed that part. I don't know.
It was something like that, but then he goes, but the truth is, I would call you Joe, but it's a disrespect to the other Samoan I really like named Joe or something like that.
Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. And I was like, wow. And Roman retaliated back because he did have a match with Samoa Joe, and he goes, why don't you ask your boy Joe about the last time we met? Or something to the effect of. 2 things I loved about this. This is the first time Roman has looked like a bitch since John Cena made him look like a bitch about his promos.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to learn a promo, kid.
Dude.
This is the business. When Punk stopped him from leaving the ring each way, and then when he finally got his way out, and oh my God, when they went out the exact same time, Punk's like, oh, we're going out. All right, let's go out. Let's do this. And still got in his way. I go, ooh. Made him look like a bitch all the way up to the end. Even until the final moment. Now, my favorite part. You call him Phil. You could say, we could check your main status, but let me ask with your wife. He said all that shit. He had all those things to say. But as soon as Roman goes, you're old, Punk's like, motherfucker! And punches him in the face. To me, that is the equivalent of the time CM Punk, 15 years ago, got in John Cena's face, and he goes, fuck your dad, fuck your family, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, and you're just the New York Yankees. And Cena punched him for calling him the New York Yankees.
Well, because he's a Red Sox
fan,
it was so that makes sense.
I get it, but I'm saying it was the one thing. So this is Punk's thing. He's like, he goes, and you're old. God damn it, motherfucker.
Listen, I think it worked because basically Roman pulled a page out of Punk's playbook. You know what I mean?
Totally.
That's what
I'm saying.
I liked that. But I agree with you up until that point, because I was with Wheezy and I was like, why isn't Roman just beating the shit out of Punk? Why is he letting him get away with this? You're like, Roman looks like a bitch.
The Usos did more last week.
So, yeah, I agree with you. Up until the very end where you got where Roman was going with it, Roman just looked like a bitch the whole time.
But I will say, I feel like there's a purpose and a reason.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What if?
What if?
What if? What if? He, midway through the show, was calling upon his family, all the bloodline. I want everybody. Even LA Knight was like, if you guys are going to get back together as a bloodline, fuck you guys. But Roman was calling upon all bloodline. What if what we're watching right now with the Wyatts and MFTs is just a Band-Aid? I know I said this. I'm not saying I called it. I said it would be fucking cool if it happened. What if all of the bloodline came together to make sure that Roman won over Punk? And that includes Gorillas, Talatanga, Solo, Usos. They all become the bloodline again. If they became one giant fucking bloodline, I think it's a turnaround. And you close WrestleMania that way? Whew.
I think that's just another Band-Aid in itself, because now what? Now we got to deal with an even bigger bloodline that's just going to wreck shop. I mean, we've been there, done it. Next slide. I'm not into it.
All right, I'm fine with it. I'm just saying, Roman calling upon the family made it seem like it's a possibility.
If they did it as a one-night thing just to help Roman secure the title, I'd be down with that.
They don't do anything one night. Oh, never mind. Travis Scott.
Good reason.
Yo, funny thing. This has nothing to do with anything else, but I was finishing watching the show Ted. There's a part where the father is watching wrestling, and it's WrestleMania 10, and it's Bret Hart versus Yokozuna, and Yoko drops a leg drop on Bret, and he goes, "Oh, you can't fucking do that to Bret Hart!" All right, man. Well, it's funny how long this first half. I said it was only going to go 15, 20 minutes. All right, let's go to the table.
Just bring it, bitch!
Oh my God!
All right. This isn't a bragging thing, but I'm going to do the Barry Horowitz thing. I'm going to tap the old back. Part 1 of 2 is done. I have a 90-day course and then a fucking 40-day course that I had to deal with for this insurance passing for a New York State exam. And this past Friday, your boy passed on his first shot.
Can teach an old dog new tricks.
Let me tell you something, though. Back in my day, Regents, all that kind of shit, I wrote things on my calves, my thighs, my shoes, because I was kind of not really a smart dude. There are 17 cameras in every angle facing you in this testing center that I had to do in Syracuse. One above my head, one at the desk, one that's directly above my fucking skull, 3 that are behind me, and I saw one under the table. I go, holy shit. I backed up at one point to think about a question. I go, oh, it looks like you're cheating. Move back forward. Go back forward. I was like nervous.
Yeah, that can't help, especially if you know. You know what I mean?
No, it made me, it's just anxious. You've seen License to Drive. Corey Haim. Yep. You remember when he gets really upset because he fails his exam?
Smacks the computer.
Slaps the computer on both sides and everything turns off for everybody? I was on question 49 and all of a sudden I couldn't move forward, backwards, couldn't touch anything. Everything went to a complete freeze. And I go, oh. Actually, funny thing, when I got there, the lady goes, hi, are you here for a test? I go, yes. She goes, do you need to go to the bathroom at all? I go, actually, I just went over there. She goes, great. She goes, what's your name? I go, my name is Mark Fantasia. And she goes, shh.
Shush you.
In the other room. I go, oh, sorry, my bad. A couple minutes later, kid asked me, he goes, do you have your license? I go, yeah, here you go. And she goes, shh. I'm like, cool, we're off to an awesome start. But same bitches in the room when my computer freezes. And I look over at her. I was like,
you help me with my computer.
Hey, bitch.
Miss Lady.
Hey, Proctor.
Bitch.
No, but she just looked over and I go like, I did a waving like a come here. Like I'm like, come here. And so she comes over and I go, hey, this has been frozen. She goes, oh, you know what? Sometimes after a question, it may take a moment or whatever. She goes, how long have you been sitting here? I go, like 6 minutes. And she goes, oh, get up. And I go, fuck, man. And then so I'm like looking around. This is when I've noticed all the cameras even more than ever. I'm looking around like, oh, there's one there. Oh,
like being in a casino.
Okay, wow, that one saw me pick my ass. So I just had to lean in and just whisper into this old lady's ear. I go, have I lost all of my work? And she goes, it should come back. And I'm like, let's hope. Because in my head, I'm like, I'm going to second guess everything I fucking said the first time. You know what I mean? Because I'm that person, first gut, got to run with it when it comes to testing. It all reinstalled. Everything was saved. Everything was cool. Passed the test. But, oh, man, I was shitting myself. And I really felt like Les Anderson from License
I was
drive.
gonna say, but he ended up getting his.
They're gonna know it. She's gonna rip it in front of me. You mustn't fuck with the New York State. One last thing. Have I ever brought up on this show, 60 Days In?
I don't think so.
Bro, it's an AMC classic. Or maybe True TV, one or the other. I want to say AMC. But you can watch it all on Tubi. Swear to God, like 6 straight seasons of it. It's where they put undercover people who used to be either cops or COs or whatever into prisons, so you can get an idea of what the actual COs are like and how we can better improvements, things like that. But they also have to act like they are not undercover, because if they are, they're going to get their fucking ass beat. Bro, this show, and they show a lot of moments where, like, all right, let's say I come to you and I go, hey man, let me get that coffee cake from you. Tomorrow I'm going to give you 3 pies. But you don't come up with that 3 pies. If I don't beat the fuck out of you, I'm a bitch. And I got to come after you. You know what I mean? And we got to go into a cell and go toe-to-toe.
These undercover people are going in undercover as inmates? That seems kind of sketchy.
Oh, it's fucked. Dude. And one of them, like a couple of them, become like gang leaders. People are like, well, he's in charge. And he's like, what the fuck am I going to do? Am I going to say no? I have to do it at this point. But the things they fight for, I swear to God, if I ever went to jail, I'm just going to be, if someone's like, give me your fruit cake. Take it, man. Take it. It's all yours. I'm out.
Be coming for some cocktail.
Fruit cocktail.
Fruit.
Fruit. Swear to God, though, it is, you got to just look up a couple of scenes of this shit. And when he as stupid as, like, yo, you owed me for that extra rec time, this, that, whatever it is. All right. Yo, Lil Pete. Yeah, Lil Pete is the guy that grew up in the fucking trailer park. Tatted up and has no problem beating the fuck out of anybody. And goes toe-to-toe with guys who are 7'10" or whatever the fuck. And beats them. Dude, fucked up show. You know how much I like Cops? This is part 2 of it. And it's really fucking crazy. But check out 60 Days In.
All right. It sounds.
I'm already dying, ready for your bring it to the table, only just from the written.
Yeah, I'm going to start with that. Fuck heated rivalry. I've had enough of this shit already. I haven't seen one fucking episode. Of course, all it took was 2 gay guys to get you into hockey. Fucking. I am.
It was their love.
I'm so tired. I heard my sister-in-law told me about it. You told me about it. I see people on Facebook posting about it. And fucking my one internet show that I watch, they ended up doing some hockey-themed episode, and they just kept saying heated rivalry, and they knew nothing about hockey, and it showed and it made me want to strangle them. Enough of it is enough. Use a different backdrop. Fucking bunch of posers. I'm going to fucking gatekeep the shit out of this one.
But tell me, when I sent you the Paralympics hockey game the other day, and I said this is seeded rivalry, come on.
I saw it on Facebook 15 times before you sent it to me. I mean, so no. Who cares?
Have you watched that though? That's some amazing shit,
yeah,
man.
Definitely.
Just both hands have the but each stick also has like stoppers on the back on your elbows, all that shit. It was kind of crazy to watch. But can I tell you the funniest part? Not really. The guy got thrown into the penalty box.
Couldn't see him.
There was no bench.
Yeah, well, of course not. You don't need a bench.
You're going to watch the show
no, I'm
eventually.
Not. Piss on that. Go and keep that. I'll watch actual hockey.
Well, it's time for a pay-per-view, a Raw, a Nitro, and 2 commercials. Let's hit it.
Monday Night Wars! Put it down, please. Put it down, man. Please, I'm begging you, put it down.
That would be a nasty fall, wouldn't it?
Yeah, put it down, please.
Okay, hey, Does Kane get what he wants?
Yes, he gets what he wants. What does he want? Put it down.
He wants a match at WrestleMania with the Big Show.
Yes, he's got his match. Now put it down, please.
Whoa. What about me?
What about you?
Do I get what I want?
Yes, you. What do you want?
I want a match with Triple H at WrestleMania, one-on-one.
I can't do that.
What?
Put it down, please.
Hey, Sid, step down here.
No, please. No. You've got what you want. You've got your match.
I got a match with Triple H at WrestleMania.
Yes, you've got your bloody match. Now put it down, please. I'm begging you.
It's a good decision.
I told you I talked to the man, and that man is Eric Bischoff. So shut up and listen.
Thank you, Booker. For those of you in the arena and all of you watching around the country this evening, I very much would have chosen to be there tonight in person if I could be, but given everything that's going on tonight, that's just not possible. Many of you may know that for the past 6 months I've been working with a group of people whose goal it was and is to acquire World Championship Wrestling and to grow it once again to become a competitive, dominant wrestling organization worldwide. But recently we've hit a couple roadblocks that may be, in fact, brick walls. And while it is still in my power, I want to do something befitting what could be very well the last night of wrestling on the Turner networks. Given the fact that wrestling has been such an important part of Turner's history over the past 29 years, I've been thinking over the weekend of what I could do to provide as exciting of a program that this historic event should be. To that end, I want to make an announcement now that next Monday night in Panama City is indeed going to be a night of champions. By that I mean every championship will be up for grabs, starting with the World Cruiserweight Championship, the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships, the World Tag Team Championships, the U.S. title, and the World Heavyweight title will also be up for grabs next Monday night in Panama City. And Scott Steiner, Booker T, I want you to be aware now that your match is going to be a title versus title match. The contracts are prepared. A WCW representative is standing by to make sure that the contracts are executed. Read them carefully, sign them. Be prepared to defend your titles next Monday night. And also, given the historic nature of this occasion and my relationship with this company for nearly 10 years, I want to personally extend an open invitation to any former, and I mean any former, World Heavyweight Champion in WCW to join us in Panama City. And don't be afraid to bring your boots with you.
Swear to God, it just legitimately occurred to me right now. Greed. It's the final WCW pay-per-view name, Greed. Is that just kind of like poetic, or like I feel like it's money is the reason this whole thing went under. Like everybody was more worried about the money than they were about producing good TV and keeping shit going. That's my opinion.
It's also one of the reasons that this whole wrestling company was started in the first place.
Fair enough. That's true with Ted Turner, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to get in the wrestling business.
I want a product that can compete with Vince McMahon.
Which is great, because when we go back to do the old version, the early years, that's me. I can't wait to watch the Billionaire Ted and Nacho Man and the Huckster videos. Oh, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. Those don't last long.
But they do in time.
In time. Going back in time. All right. So before we do that, let's wrap this shit up because we're almost there. March 18th, 2001, WCW Greed comes out. It comes to you from Jacksonville. First and only Greed pay-per-view. Opening match is Jason Jet versus Kwee Wee. Jason Jet, you may or may not know, as Easy Money in ECW. I didn't. Anyway, they're really pushing this Jason Jet guy, and he gets the win. I'm sure the sky's the limit for this kid. Couple weeks, couple months, he'll probably be a champion in WCW. Next, you got Elix Skipper and Kid Romeo versus Ray and Kidman for the Cruiserweight Tag titles. Kid Romeo gets the pin on Ray. Fun fact, Romeo and Elix end up becoming the longest reigning WCW Cruiserweight Tag Champs.
I mean, I'll take a win where I would take a win. Yeah, fuck it.
There you go. Buff, with somebody who's manning the home video camera, they go into Flair's office. Flair, Animal, and Jarrett are there. Buff hired his own cameraman. Animal says Scott is paranoid, wants to find out who took out Medeja last week. Stacy Keibler goes to the ring. She's gone full heel. Introduces the Shawn and Stacy show. Calls Stasiak to the ring, cuts a promo on Bam Bam. And we get that match, Stasiak versus Bam Bam. Keibler causes a distraction, tosses Stasiak the hairspray. Neck breaker, Stasiak wins. Hooray. We see security cam footage of the cat telling Miss Jones to stay in the back. And we get Lance Storm and Mike Awesome versus Hugh Morris and Conan. Awesome and Storm win. And we get...
One leg.
One leg. Too soon.
Sorry. That was in poor taste. I'm going to see myself out.
Please do. We get more security cam footage. This time it's Dusty and Dustin in the locker room, and Dusty says he's ordered something to prepare for the match. And a delivery guy shows up with what they say is 240 burritos. Okay.
It's a good Saturday night for that boy.
Mm-hmm. Saturday first dinner. Buff and Rick Steiner are with the cameraman. Rick Steiner is facing Booker. Buff asks what's up with Scott. We see a graphic on the screen for the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championship Tournament. You mean the one that happened earlier? And Shivani clarifies this for the Cruiserweight title. It's Shane Helms versus Chavo. Helms wins the Cruiserweight title. The Nitro Girls are in the ring to celebrate, and I noticed something. They actually, his finisher is the Vertebreaker. They actually mention it in his song. So there you go.
Otherwise known as Cop Killer.
Sure, I'll stick with Vertebreaker. Flair and Jarrett are with the cameraman.
If there's anything we're getting flagged on this show.
I know, right?
That
probably
don't
ain't
worry
it.
about it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, though. Flair and Jarrett are with the cameraman. They're replying to seeing Dusty getting gassed up for the match. Next, you get Totally Buff versus Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo for the tag titles. Naturally, Luger and Buff have to cut a promo post-match, and Palumbo and O'Hare win in about 2 minutes. Scott Steiner's doing pull-ups on the shower bar, cuts a promo on DDP. Canyon versus the Cat with Miss Jones. Apparently, she's not staying in the back. Ref bump. Cat holds up Canyon so Miss Jones can kick him in the heat, but Canyon ducks. And Miss Jones sorta almost makes contact with the Cat, but he sells it anyway. Then she kicks Canyon in the heat. Cat hits a spin kick for the win. Canyon attacks Cat post-match, and Smooth makes the save. This is a pay-per-view, keep in mind. This is a fucking pay-per-view.
This isn't Nitro?
Luger and Buff are being filmed by the cameraman bitching about the match, and they're like, why are you taping this? Dusty's about halfway through his burritos and says, we're gonna get Smell-O-Vision out here tonight, baby. Rick Steiner versus Booker T for the U.S. title. We get a ref bump because wrestling. Shane Douglas comes in and cracks, quote-unquote, Rick Steiner in the heat with his cast. The cast budget is back for the dying days, and he barely made contact. And Booker wins the U.S. title. Cut back to the cameraman. Buff's laid out in the locker room. Animal and Luger there. They're accusing each other. And keep in mind that it's the year 2001 because next you have Ric Flair and Jeff Jarrett with Animal versus Dustin and Dusty the American Dream Rhodes. Flair's in a Hawaiian shirt, cuts a promo pre-match, says, I'm not dressed to wrestle, and Jarrett's going to handle the Rhodes boys by himself. Then apparently it looks like they're just not going to have a match, and then they do have a match. And we get our Flair-Dusty moment. Dustin gets the pin on Flair. Flair is supposedly supposed to kiss Dusty's ass. That apparently wasn't just conjecture. It was actually a stipulation. Dusty drops Trow, and Stinky faces Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. Again, this is a pay-per-view.
Why do we have 1 week left?
This is a pay-per-view. And then your main event, it's DDP versus Scott Steiner. World title falls count anywhere. Cutter, Steiner pulls the ref out at 2. DDP is busted open pretty good. Austin, Bret Hart levels busted open. Medeja distracts the ref. Scott lays in several shots to the back with a lead pipe. Recliner to retain. And that is the last time we see DDP in WCW.
All the way
Sort
up
of.
until...
Sort of.
Sure. But I was going to say all the way up until when he becomes the Stalker.
The Stalker.
Jesus Christ.
That was terrible.
The reveal was tremendous. Like, the everybody lost their shit. But then Taker's like, I'm still going to kill you.
After these messages,
we'll be right back.
I'm holding Bruce Smith's shoe, man. Do you know what Bruce does in these shoes, man? Bad things, man. I mean bad things. Things that I just can't possibly talk about. You know what Bruce would do if he found me messing with this shoe, man? Bad things, man.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
All right. Nitro, March 19th, 2001. It's in Gainesville, Florida. I get a video package that says RIP DDP. See a flag at half-mast. Taps is playing. Shots of a trailer park. And another one bites the dust. At least there's no funeral this time. Scott Steiner, Madeja, Flair, and Animal head to the ring. They say Bischoff is going to be on later with an announcement. Flair cuts a promo on Dusty. Dusty and Dustin are on the Tron, and Dusty says, tonight you will be kissing my big white ass. Booker's music hits. He comes to the top of the ramp, and he says, 1 hour from now, I'll be in the middle of the ring and bring that belt with you, Scott Steiner. Next, you get Jason Jet versus Disco Dish Rag with Mike Sanders. They're a team now. Jet wins. This guy's getting pushed to the moon. Nothing's going to stop him. Shane Helms cuts an in-ring promo, says he only won the Cruiserweight title because he took Kidman's place, so I've got to give Kidman a shot. So they have the match. Helms wins pretty quick. Chavo jumps Helms post-match. Elix and Romeo join in, and Ray makes the save. I want you to listen very closely to the words that I'm about to say. Mm-hmm. Tony Schiavone announces that next week will be the Nitro season finale. He got one very important word wrong. It's not the season finale. It's the series finale.
AKA company. Maybe he didn't know because
that's a story. That's the story, right? That nobody knew until that last show.
Sure.
That it was going to be the last show. So, yeah, it's hard. It's hard, especially watching it now. You know, hearing all the stories, it's hard to know.
No, totally. It's it's uncomfortable. This whole last month has been uncomfortable to watch. I'm like, they're like, this tournament. I'm like, oh, that's just sad.
It is just sad. Cameraman sees Lex Luger laid out in the locker room. And we get Stasiak versus Bam Bam again. We just had it last night. Stasiak tries to use the hairspray again. Bam Bam cuts him off and gets the pin. Stasiak wants a rematch, and he'll put anything on the line. And Bam Bam's like, well, if I win, she's got to get a tattoo. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And then Bam Bam goes, no, actually, it's you that has to get the tattoo, not Stacy. Hooray. Next, Ric Flair, Madeja, Scott Steiner come to the ring. Terry Taylor's there. There's a table and chairs. Booker comes to the top of the ramp, and then we get Bischoff on speakerphone. Not even video. Not even a picture, I don't think, on the Tron. It's just Eric Bischoff on the phone. He says he's been working to acquire WCW, but he's hit roadblocks and brick walls, and he wants to do something for what could be the last night of wrestling on the Turner Network. Spoiler. Next week's Nitro will be a night of champions. Every title will be defended. Steiner and Booker, you will go head-to-head, title for title, and you can hear it in Bischoff's voice. That he knows. He knows what's going on. He knows why his group can't buy WCW. It's because it's already been purchased.
Especially from all the videos and documentaries we've seen throughout the years about, he was sitting by poolside, thought he was going to acquire it, and then, like 10 days before, he's like, oh, shit, oh, wait.
What do you mean? He extends an invite to any former champ to be there next week, bring your boots, and wants to make sure that Flair kisses Dusty's ass. And Bischoff says, I'll be there next week. He's not. Steiner signs the contract, attacks Booker before Booker can sign. Booker fights back, signs the contract.
So we're set up for Night of Champions.
Yeah, ooh, boy, it's a doozy, too. Buff tells Flair and Jarrett that they think it's Rick Steiner taking everybody out. Flair's more concerned about having to kiss Dusty's ass. Next, you get Smooth versus Canyon. Canyon wins. Cat and Animal come out for reasons. Dusty gets another 240 burritos. Rick Steiner versus Conan. Shane Douglas attacks Steiner with the cast again. DQ. Buff, Luger, and Animal go to see Rick Steiner post-match, start questioning him. Mike Awesome and Lance Storm versus O'Hare and Palumbo. Non-title, Awesome and Storm win. And your main event, it's Jarrett and Flair coming to the ring. It's time to kiss Dusty's ass, and Dustin and Dusty come out. And Dusty has a donkey that says Dusty's ass. And it's written on the ass's ass. And apparently the donkey ate some of the burritos too. So Flair's trying to get Jarrett to kiss the ass. They get into a shoving match. They drag both of them there and rub both of their faces in the ass's ass. Because this company is ass and won't last.
And this company lasted 1 week too long, according to the segment.
After these messages,
we'll be right back.
You want to know about Michael Irvin? Well, I'll tell you about Michael Irvin. Man has no fear. I remember this one play when, he was running a deep slant against the grain, against a swarming secondary. Oh, yeah. Does Michael hear the footsteps? Does Michael fear the footsteps? No. Michael locks in. Michael holds on. I hear the footsteps. You hear those footsteps?
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Well, I mean, at least Raw is probably having a better time because they know they'll have jobs next week.
Yeah, no shit, right? Well, let's see about that. We're in Albany for Raw. On SmackDown, it was Angle versus Austin, no DQ. Rock comes to the ring, Rock bottom to Angle. Austin hit a stunner to Rock. When we get to the actual live broadcast, we see Rock waiting in the parking lot. We get Big Show versus Raven for the hardcore title. Kane comes out, Raven wins. Shane's in the arena. He has a clipboard. It must be important. Coach is with Rock. Coach says Austin's flight has been delayed. Rock tells Coach, why don't you go to the airport and wait for him? Let him know I'm waiting for him. A lot of waiting. Shane comes to the ring. Says, what's it like to be Vince's son? Well, we saw the documentary. Sign sighting.
Imagine what it's like being his daughter.
Yeah. Imagine what it's like being his mistress. You. Some things you can't unsee, bro. Sign sighting. Just says ass clown. Classic. It's a classic. Shane says, nobody could stop my pop. Not Rock, not Austin, not Foley, not even billionaire Ted Turner. Foreshadowing. And then he actually mentions Vince's interview with Bob Costas. That infamous interview happened like right before this Raw.
That one where he's just Costas is pushing his buttons, and he gets so mad. He goes,
yeah,
and he slaps the fucking papers out of his hand like a fucking toddler.
Actually, I think that was a different interview.
How?
Yeah,
fuck.
I think the one with Costas, he didn't knock the papers, but he did. He was like, he was getting like that real sarcastic voice and everything. Yeah, it was not a good one.
One of them he knocked the papers.
He did. He did. I'm just saying, I don't think that was Costas. Yeah, but I could be wrong. Anyway, there's a lot of interviews he did where he just turned into a shit show.
A lot of things happened before '96, man.
Shane has a contract for a match against Vince at Mania. Calls Vince out, but Stephanie comes to the ring. Saw another sign. I love sheep. Stephanie says, Dad's doing this because he loves us.
We're going to address that one when we go back to the signs.
Yeah, seriously.
Day.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have to redo the tournament. I know we kind of went through them already, but we've got more now. So
No. We have to go through one by one, every one of them. That's an entire episode, is just talking every fucking sign.
There you go.
I don't need to have a winner. I just want to talk about every one of the best fucking signs of the wars.
You got it. We will definitely do it. Stephanie says, Dad is doing this because he loves us. Tell Shane to rip up the contract. Think about the money, the inheritance. Vince and Trish come out. Vince tells Trish to get the contract for Vince so he can sign it. So Vince stays at the top of the ramp. Trish goes to the ring, gets the contract, brings it back. Then Vince just walks it back to the ring. Why did you have her go get it and bring it to you? You could have just walked to the ring and got it. God damn it. Anyway, Shane's ready to throw hands now. Vince says, JR, you be my witness. Vince signs it right in front of JR. And then Triple H comes in from behind, attacks Shane. Vince tells Triple H they had a pedigree. Vince tells Shane, I will never forgive your mother for giving birth to you. Oof. Your mother will be in my corner in her wheelchair, and she will watch me beat the shit out of her.
Imagine hearing that in real life.
Yeah, no shit. Well, there's a sign sighting. I think it's next week. It's fucking great. Back from break, Triple H is still beating the shit out of Shane in the back, throws him in the limo. Hardys were supposed to face the Dudleys tonight. Edge and Christian come out and say the Dudleys blew it, so why don't you put your titles on the line against us? Rhino comes in, spears Jeff. Edge and Christian win the tag titles. Regal goes to see Taker with the cops. Regal serves Taker with a restraining order. He can't be within 25 feet of Stephanie. Taker says, fine, but you and I are going to have a heart-to-heart. Says Regal snitched on Taker, and snitches are a dying breed. Later, it's Triple H with Regal. Triple H wants a match. Regal suggests Jericho, and Triple H says, no, I want Test. Wasn't good enough stealing his woman. I got to beat his ass some more. Triple H runs in a Big Show and says, best way to get to Kane is to go after Taker. Next, you get Steven Richards with Val Venus versus Taz. Hey, they're letting him wrestle. Val Venus interferes. The Rock comes to the ring, takes out everybody, cuts a promo on Austin. Coach is at the airport waiting for Austin, runs into the Dudleys. Somebody canceled their reservation, and they don't realize that Edge and Christian took their spot. Next, you get Triple H with Stephanie versus Tess for the European title. Taker's music hits. He stands at the top of the ramp. Show comes in from behind with a chair, but Kane stops Show. Taker tells Kane, go to the ring, go after Triple H. Kane chases Stephanie off. So now Taker can get to the ring to get to Triple H. Triple H powders. Test eats a choke slam. Back from break, Kane has Stephanie pressed up in the air at the top of a stairwell. Taker's on the ground, 25 feet away. Regal comes in, begs to put her down. Kane wants a match with Big Show at WrestleMania. Taker wants a match against Triple H at Mania, and Regal grants it, and they pan away as Kane puts Stephanie down. It was kind of hard to tell, due to the version of Raw that I had. Pretty much looked like a mannequin, though. It looked like Kane just had a mannequin in his hands. I don't think it was really Stephanie. It was difficult to tell.
All right. You know what? I didn't catch that, but maybe it's because I marked out because this was one of my favorite moments even back then, 25 years ago. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, come on, man. And when he goes, Kane, come on, send her on down. I was like, oh, fuck. It was such a good moment. Like, it didn't matter if she was real or not. It looked good.
Yeah, it did. And another reason I say that is because when he's like, all right, Kane, put her down, they panned away.
Yeah.
So, because they probably didn't want to see Kane putting down the mannequin. That's just a guess. I don't know. I could be wrong. Steve Blackman and Grandmaster Sex Savers, X-Pac, and Just Incredible with Albert. Because, Albert interferes, Credible gets the pin. Dudleys go to see Regal. Regal tells them what happened, and Dudleys want their title shot tonight. Jericho's in Regal's office. And the infamous scene, he's looking around, looking to fuck with them in some way, and he sees the teapot. He grabs it, he goes behind the curtain, and we get the pissing sound effects. Yeah. Back from break, Regal's pouring tea. Whippleman comes in, and he has something to tell Regal. He's basically trying to tell Regal that Jericho pissed in there. Regal says bugger off, and Regal drinks the tea. Oh, that's rather taut.
You'll shut your mouth if you knew it was good for you.
Yeah, pumpkin pie haircutted freak.
Tic Tac, sir?
Pull over. That's a cardigan, but thanks.
I think that's the most underrated line in the movie, man. It's just so good.
That and that John Denver's full of shit. That's the clincher right there. Ivory comes to the ring with a cutout of China, life size 1, cuts a promo on the cutout. Ivory has a release that says if China gets hurt, it's on China. Then she has a wrestling match with the cutout. China comes out to the ring, hits a DDT, signs the release, and there you go. Cole's with Regal. Regal says that things need to change around here. At Mania, it's going to be me versus Chris Jericho. And tonight, Jericho and Rock are going to be facing Angle, Benoit, and myself. Austin and Deborah arrive at the airport. Coach tells Austin that Rock called him out. So the Dudleys are getting their title shot after all. I don't know why they had to do it this way, but they did. Dudleys versus Edge and Christian for the tag titles. Spike Dudley makes his first appearance on Raw, interferes. 3D, Dudleys win the tag titles because Attitude Era. One night, 3 teams have had the tag titles. Angle's with Benoit, tells Benoit to lock in the crossface to set up the ankle lock, and Benoit's like, wait a minute. Lock in the crossface to set up the ankle lock? So, there's that. And our main event, Regal, Benoit, and Angle versus Rock and Jericho. We get a crossface ankle lock combo to Rock. Jericho breaks it up. Regal hits Jericho with the title, gets the pin. Austin comes in post-match. Rock hits Austin with the title, then hits a rock bottom. Sets up our go-home show next week.
The go-home show to the go-home show.
Bingo, bango.
I'm not going to lie. I'll say this right now because I'll probably forget it next week. Likely I won't, but maybe I won't. Spada, I bring him up all the time.
Yeah.
We were in high school. And he came up to me Monday morning, 7 days from now. And he goes, yo, man, Vince McMahon bought WCW. He bought Nitro and everything. I go, the fuck are you talking about, man? That's weird. Whatever. And I go home and watch it. He's one of those people who had internet back then, man. In 2001, I had to have certain amount of CD hours built up that was allowed to let me get on the internet. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, he actually knew of this shit. But yeah, it's big time. I'm glad that we're getting to it. It's technically somewhat at the end of the Wars, and then we'll cap it off with WrestleMania. But then, man, what a fucking ride.
It's been crazy to go back and just see where the narrative changes depending on who's telling the story, right? To actually see it unfold. Kind of cool.
Yeah. You know what we did? We went back in time. Now it's time to talk about our movie of the week.
Guy Patterson didn't have a perfect job or a perfect social life.
What's going on down there?
Cooking the books as usual, Dad. But what he did have was perfect timing.
How about sitting in for Chad just for tonight? Why? Just broke his arm.
And in one night,
That's too fast, Guy. Slow down! Guy, slow down!
Guy Patterson is going to take the wonders from garage
I almost slugged some girl. She had her eye on my Jimmy.
to greatness.
Here's somebody I want you to meet. Mr. White is with Playtone Records. That thing you do, is snappy. We'd like to release it. We'd be on tour?
Well, Mama, your son who loves you just left us in the lurch. Darlene, you just got promoted.
You mean you're gonna start paying me?
I didn't say that.
America's Own Wonders.
Put that down. That is a very expensive floor display.
We bow, and we're off the stage before the applause dies out. It's very important you don't stink today. Hey, I make no guarantees. You guys look great in red. Have I told you that yet?
Come on, pretty baby.
You got the #7 record in the country.
He's got a very pretty girlfriend, doesn't he?
Is it serious,
Very serious. I'm single.
What about the bass player?
You fellas look great in gold. Have I told you that? What about Guy there?
He's amazing.
Amazing.
20th Century Fox presents
This is Mr. White. Are you sleeping? Just calling to tell you to get your patootie down to the television studio. You're going to be on TV tonight.
A story about the time in every life when the hopes you hold on to.
Faye's special, isn't she?
And the dreams you dream
None of this would have happened if you hadn't joined the band.
become that thing you do. That thing you do. Written and directed by Tom Hanks.
Look fabulous in the black suits. Have I told you that? Hi. Fabulous in the black suits.
We've had a lot of cool one-hit wonders. Got the guy that did Mambo number 5. You got a guy that did Macarena.
Bad Boys.
Bad boys, oh, what you gonna do?
Who Let the Dogs Out?
That's a good jam, yeah.
No, it's not.
Yep. Nah, it's really not. Actually, you know what? It really was for me only for one reason. In a school project I did one time, it was a video project. It was like, just do something with your family. It was a video project I did for this video production class I was in. And I used Who Let the Dogs Out to show my German Shepherd, but every video was him just pissing the whole fucking time.
Outstanding.
Teacher thought it was hysterical.
No. Pass?
I fucking did.
Yeah, awesome. That's all that matters.
It's the only reason we're here today. Not really. But we are talking about one-hit wonders, and that's kind of what this movie is based on. They're the wonders. It is the movie That Thing You Do.
Oneaters.
Oh, he watched, ladies and gentlemen. I can already tell he did. All right, let me give you a quick rundown of the cast here, and then we'll start talking about the plot. You got Tom Hanks, Tom Everett Scott, Steve Zahn, which we've seen him in a lot of great comedy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan Skacic, and I can't really, but I'm going to say he actually did stuff with American Horror Story and was also in the movie Prom Night. Does a lot of horror stuff.
Okay.
Ethan Embry.
Ethan Embry.
Oh,
go ahead.
The one you'll remember the most about him from previously. He was in Dutch. He was the one with Ed O'Neill in that movie.
Oh wow.
He's also in Vegas Vacation.
He plays Russ. Yep.
Yeah,
I put in $1, I want a car.
Yep.
I put in $1, I want a car. Put in $1, I want a car.
Yep, he's what was Nick
Papagiorgio.
Nick Papagiorgio.
I need the 10.
I also like
I need the 10. Give me the 10.
Yeah. I also like after Ed O'Neill, or not Ed O'Neill, Randy Quaid. Yeah, Randy Quaid throws the chicken on the rocks there, and he's like, dinner's almost ready, and he's like, I need a tetanus shot, and he's all fucking like ready to like throw up. Liv Tyler, I think could be one of her very first roles in a movie. Right. I think this is before Armageddon. Charlize Theron is in this movie.
Bit part, yeah.
Rita Wilson, which is Tom Hanks' wife. She makes a cameo. Now, the version I sent you has a little bit different version of the full extended version, but I had to work with what we had.
Sure.
Bryan Cranston does make a little bit of a...
I saw. Yeah, he has a cameo.
A little bit of a cameo. So does Colin Hanks, his son. Kevin Pollak is in this.
Uh-huh.
So, my favorite one is Chris Isaac, and we'll get there. But, do you remember who Chris Isaac is?
Yes. Oh, well, that I knew. Yes, obviously.
Fall in love.
Thank you. Hey, don't forget Giovanni Ribisi.
And Giovanni Ribisi, he is the original drummers of this band, which has no name, apparently, which the band is consistent of, at this moment, Lenny, which is Steve Zahn, Jimmy, the lead singer and guitarist, which is Jonathan Shebeck. You have the bass player, that's Ethan Embry. And your drummer is Giovanni Ribisi. But he was trying to jump over a couple of those posts that we all try to jump over on
parking
the street
meters,
sidewalks.
Yeah. Parking meters.
Yeah. Broke his arm. And they turned to Tom Everett Scott, who works at his mom and dad's appliance store
Patterson's
place.
Yeah,
Patterson's. Yeah. And he's a drummer, and they're like, hey, let's have you come and do it. And he goes and does the practice, and they're trying to figure out the name. And they're like, let's call ourselves the Wonders. And it's ONEDERS.
Yeah.
The Wonders.
The Oneaters.
And what I love is Steve Zahn. He's like, yeah that's Oneaters.
Yeah, they're going to call us the Oneaters. He's like, but it's Wonders with the word one. He's like, I get it, but Oneaters.
I love it. And it's funny because all they have to do is just learn this one song, and it's a Battle of the Bands thing.
Right.
Now, there's so many ways you could really look at this moment, okay? They get on stage. Now, Tom Everett Scott, he's called Sketch, right? Guy Patterson. He's the one that is the drummer that they're bringing on. He brings his girl, Charisse Theron, who gives a fuck about this whole thing. She's like taking care of like makeup the whole time of this match, this whole thing. But I said match. That's how much we talk wrestling. That's a good thing. But Guy starts this thing in like 8 times faster of a pattern that should be for the song. It should be, you doing that thing you do. And he has a, you're doing that thing you do.
Right.
You're breaking my, he has a different timing.
Makes it better.
And it's funny because the lead singer's like, yo, you're going too fast.
Yeah.
Slow the fuck down. Slow the fuck down.
Takes him a second to get caught up on the guitar.
Yep, they all do, right? But everybody likes it, and they win the Battle of the Bands.
Now, wait a minute. I got to cut you off here. There's a crowd member that makes an appearance later, briefly. One loud member of the crowd.
The old drummer?
Nope. It's one of the McPoyle brothers.
Oh, my God, he is. Yes, he's like a very big fan of this fucking band. He shows up at a couple of different gigs overall. Thank you for that's Sean Whalen. He's actually known as just the heckler in the show or in the movie, but he's fucking fantastic. So what I love though is on the way home, this drummer, he's like, you see, he wanted the song to be much slower, but I think it was much better if it was faster. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. And it's like, yo, if you were asked to join a band and fill in for one night, and you turned a ballad into a fucking upbeat rock song, for no reason.
Right.
Yes, it looked great on paper, or like in this movie. But what a dickhead move to do.
Pretty much, yeah. Especially as you get to know Jimmy's character more.
Yeah. Well, there's that. So this is kind of big, and all of a sudden, this guy shows up who's in just a truck and a camper, so like a nice little RV setup, and he's like, I want to record that song. That seems really good. My favorite is Jimmy goes, I'm really reluctant to sign anything that has to do with my music. And Steve Zahn goes, a guy in a really nice camper wants to record our song. You're signing, I'm signing, we're signing. Where's the fucking pen? And then, Liv Tyler, she's the one that's with Jimmy the whole time, right? And, she's behind him.
She's the muse.
Yeah, sure. And then they finally meet Tom Hanks, who that record guy who introduced them. Well, first, when they actually do a recording, here's the best part. They go, let's go to Uncle Bob. Uncle Bob will let us record at his studio, and it's in a church. Uncle Bob is Chris Isaac from the 80s. And that's where they do their song, and they meet the guy with the RV. But then, while they're doing a show somewhere, Tom Hanks is able to see their show, takes over everything. What I love, he goes, it's the Wonders. That's it. All right, everything's too fucking confusing. That's it. It's the Wonders. That's it. Like WONDERS. It throws the glasses to Guy. Your shades. That's it. That's you from now on.
Them glasses are shite, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, well, their prescription, and no, that's a great reference, man. Nice, great reference. Now, all right, let's get a little bit into this. They start touring. Kevin Pollak is in the movie. The Vicksburgs and Pittsburghs. And they do a double show. They get fucked up the first show. Everything goes wrong. The fucking cymbal falls. Everything goes wrong. Then all of a sudden, Tom Hanks gets involved. Everything is fine. What I liked about Tom Hanks in this is every color he puts them in. Did I mention you guys look good in red?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are great in gold. Have I told you that?
Yep.
He does a good job by them. Gets them set up. You start to hate Jimmy as the time goes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
They're doing what is it, Annette and who, or something, Anita, whatever. It was kind of like a, man, what was the big fucking beach people back in the day?
Oh, Annette and or no, something. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Frankie and Annette, or whatever. Let's
sure.
say. Okay,
we'll go with that.
We're on the same page. We know what we're talking about.
Exactly. Yep.
They're doing that, and they are the Shrimp Shack shooters or whatever the fuck it is. And the fucking lead singer is like, "This is bullshit. We shouldn't be doing this." It's like, yo, you're in a main movie right now. Fuck off. You know, like everybody else in the crew is okay with it.
He's a twat.
Now, let me ask you. I told you there is a running joke in this entire movie.
I thought you just did it with the colors. I thought that's what it was going to be.
No.
That or the lights on the appliance store are always on.
Nope. All right, here we go. Okay? Lead singer of the band is who?
Jimmy, right? Or yeah, Jimmy.
Okay? Okay. The drummer.
What about the drummer? Guy?
Who's the guitar?
Guy.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the bass player.
Guitar player.
The bass player is just the bass player. He doesn't have a name.
He doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
And when you go to the credits, it says TB player, as in
the bass player. Yeah.
Ethan Embry never has a name in the entire fucking movie. They never call him by name, anything. To the point where he goes in, because he joins the Marines, and Tom Hanks does the Semper Fi, and he goes off, does this thing. They replace him with a guy named Wolfman. They said Wolfman like fucking 7 times, but they never mention the bass player's name. To me, great moment. Now, here is a couple extra somethings for you. So, the latter part of the movie, they're all getting in arguments. Faye, which is Liv Morgan, Jesus Christ, that's funny. Liv Tyler. Yeah, at least. Liv Tyler. Well, let me back up. Tom Hanks had it set up when they were on live TV. It would all have different things. So when Lenny got up stage, it was Leo. When the bass player come up, well, it said Wolfman. When it said Guy Patterson, just said Shades.
Shades, yep.
But when it came to Jimmy, it said Jimmy whatever. And it said, be careful, ladies, he's engaged. Which he's not necessarily engaged to Liv Morgan, but Jesus Christ.
Liv Tyler.
Call
her Faye.
Faye. You're right. It is Faye. He's not necessarily engaged to her, but they've been together. And then major turning point in the end of the movie is where they're all in the fucking dressing room together after this major TV thing, which basically was, I want to say, what the what was the biggest fucking name?
The Ed Sullivan Show.
Ed Sullivan, thank you.
Something like that.
It was the Ed Sullivan Show. And this dude is losing his goddamn mind. He's like, who told you we're engaged? We're not engaged. How not engaged to you? We're not engaged. He's like losing his mind. He's like, what you assholes fucking said it. And it was Mr. White, which was Tom Hanks. He's like, same guy who ever told you who had class, man. And he's like, fuck. Like, he was like, I just thought it was a good idea, whatever. And then they just all no-show the next recording. The funniest thing, the bass players in Disneyland with a bunch of Marines. Steve Zahn, which is Lenny, he's in Vegas and he's got a handful of fucking chips and he just got married. He goes, I'm so happy right now.
He's holding the chips like a baby, yeah. And then what I did like, I thought, which was like an interesting twist, and it kind of just took it from 0 to 10, was, so the only people that are in the studio are Mr. White, Jimmy, and Guy. And it just kind of starts with Mr. White being like, yes, you will, because you obviously didn't look at your contract. You are going to cover these songs from our catalog. You'll write 2 originals, and I don't want any more sappy love songs. I want them to be peppy.
Oh, he goes, something happy, something sappy, something great, something happy. Like, he has a great fucking... This is one of my favorite Tom Hanks roles, believe it or not. Okay. How he acts.
This scene was his best scene in the movie, I think. Because he was just matter of fact, like, nope. So, and then, Jimmy quits.
He goes, I got a song, I quit.
Yep.
I quit. And then... What I like about the ending part of this is that he's talking to Guy, and he goes, I mean, Mr. White, I mean, we may have like some problems, but we still have a number hit record. And he goes, 1-hit wonders, man, that is a great tale, and it's like it's really just coming to full circle of what they are,
right?
And then he's just sitting there playing, and he's had this thing, the I am Spartacus throughout the whole movie, and he starts playing his own thing, and all of a sudden his hero comes in, which is Del Paxton. Now let me back up. A couple nights before they played, or the night before they played on live TV, he went out to a blues bar. And he said to the bellhop guy, "Fuck,
Lamar.
What's his name? Lamar." He's like, "I want to see some good jazz. You want good jazz? You want good jazz?
Yeah,
all right, hang on.
Who played a clarinet on this album?"
Yes, that was the one. He goes, "Hang on, let's go," and he sends him to the right place. He's being hit on the entire time by a waitress, which is Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife.
Right.
And then he gets a chance to finally meet Del Paxton right there on the spot. This is long before they even get to do this studio thing.
Right.
And he meets him there. And she's like, oh, I lost you. In the extended version, you find out that not only does she get him back home safe, but Tom Hanks is gay, and he's out with another producer guy.
Okay, just an odd
little... totally random. But you see Guy talking to him and seeing him. He goes, "He's not going to remember this in the morning. Don't worry about it." And then that's it, and he goes to bed. But there's an extended version where that actually happens, which is crazy. However, so now in the studio, Del Paxton, the guy that he just had some drinks with night or two ago, shows up and he goes, "Let's play that song you were just doing there, man. Let's do that the Spartacus thing." And they lay down the track, and it's fucking awesome. Gets back to the hotel, and Faye is there because Jimmy was upset that they had the whole thing online, so he took off. And I'm not gonna lie, I like Shades' approach. I ask you, when's the last time you were really good and kissed? It's a great answer. Or a great question. I'm not going to promise I'm going to follow up with even better, but I can promise you I'm going to try. What'd you think of the movie overall?
It was decent. It wasn't bad at all. They did the little postscript afterwards where they tell you where everybody went, and basically everybody, I mean, I guess had a somewhat happy ending. Guy and Faye got married, had kids. They moved somewhere. They opened up some jazz institute. Jimmy ended up forming a famous band. One of his band names, what the hell was it? What was the name of one of the band names he was floating around? The Herdsmen.
Oh, fuck, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about.
It was the Herdsmen.
The Herdsmen. It is the Herdsmen.
But it's heard like I heard. It's spelled like that, so it's another punny name.
Off of the Oneaters.
Yes. So, and he won some awards for some of their records. They put out a few albums, and now he's a music producer. The bass player ended up going to 2 tours in Vietnam, got a Purple Heart, and Lenny is a manager of a casino, and he's divorced.
Now, there's a couple of things I will have to add to that. First, there are some people that are in this movie. There's a couple of radio disc jockeys, but one of my favorite ones, Clint Howard. Clint Howard is in the movie, and they're like, and Guy and him are having. He's like, "Oh yeah, Del Paxton, that's great." He goes, "We used to have a high school band. We were pretty wild." And then that's when Lenny goes, We had this time, we were up till way past midnight, and it just starts giggling, and you see Tom Hanks like, "You motherfucker." Like, he gets so mad at Lenny, especially when Lenny is like on the plane next to him. They're so excited about something, and he goes, "Give me the wrapper to that candy." And he starts chewing the candy. Yeah, you know what? Go talk to the pilot, tell him it's your birthday. Tell him you want to see the cockpit.
It's funny because when they were with that DJ, he was asking them all who their musical influences were. And when they get to Lenny, he goes, "Captain Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters."
Which is fantastic because I'm not going to lie, Nate, my boy, like when we first started our first band, when we were doing Remnants back in the day, we would play at this one place in Albion, Wiggly Jiggly's, and whatever the name of the food was, we worked with as a name.
Ah, okay.
And there was like a couple of nights we're shrimp scampi and the pasta shrimp. Like we ran with it. You know what I mean? Like, because of that movie. He and I both loved that movie. We both made fun of that movie, like laughing with each other. So when we got to place and they're like, "It's shrimp scampi," we're like, "Hey everybody, we're the shrimp scampi. Nate over here is the pasta. Everybody have a good time. Here we go." And just, kind of do our shit. But oh man, that's let me see. Anybody else in that movie that's worth talking about? Nah, not really. I again, kind of this is a cult classic. I really feel like this is a movie that has become a cult classic to people, the ones who want to watch this, whatever. It's the last dragon to people who are into this kind of music. But I'm glad that you actually did get to watch it earlier today, because I was worried you weren't going to get to see it at all.
No, I'm glad. Thank you for sending it my way. Kind of forced me to do it. And I'm glad. Listen, again, I definitely see this as a cult classic. It definitely had its moments. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. It was just a very standard, cute story. Nothing heavy, a lot of good laughs. Everybody played their part well. Steve Zahn definitely was Lenny was definitely the funniest.
The fucking best part of the movie.
Yeah, definitely. And Tom Hanks was great, too.
The chick shows up, and he grabs the garnish out of the middle of the fucking
thing. Bring her I got you some flowers.
but also, he bit something. He goes, "Oh, does it taste good? All right.
Yeah,
good?
It
All right,
looked
cool.
like a
I'm on my
green,
way out."
I don't know if it was mint or just like parsley or something. It was like a garnish or something.
My other favorite part is with him. Their first big thing, they had the Villa Pianos, the restaurant, like the spaghetti restaurant. And the guy gives him extra money. And he goes, "You know what that is?" He goes, "No." And he goes, "That's a bonus." "You know why?" And he goes, "I have no idea." And he goes, "There's words out about you on-eaters." And he goes, "Hey, that's the on-etters."
Yeah.
Like, he fucks it up even more just to be a dick.
Yeah. No, that's definitely, again, a solid movie. I would put this in like, the sick movie category, where if like I'll sit down and watch this. This is like, chicken soup for the soul kind of thing.
Yeah.
Can't believe I just said that, but that's
but
what it is.
No, I know what you're saying. It's one of those movies where you're like, if I'm not feeling good, I can put it out in the background and be like, "Meh," every now and then, like a light little giggle. I don't want to laugh too hard because I don't feel good. I don't want to cry because I feel like shit. I want a light little comedy.
There you go.
It's like, honestly, it could have the Ferris Bueller's Day Off kind of feel, right? Like, it's just some fun, feel good moments. With this, though, it is funny. Again, man, like, you go through the whole movie and you don't find out to the very end until they show you the credits. The guy's name was T.B. Player, the bass player. That's good work.
Clever.
All right, man, let's play that Spartacus song. All right, next week, we are back. We are going to be talking other than, smooth jazz and that thing that you do. We're going to be talking some wrestling. And what we're talking about next week is the top. Oh, man. Let's see. How many years has been W events? Well, you put that into effect, ODM, because we're going to be ranking the top WrestleMania events of all time. So let's see, 42 plus multiple dates. That means ODM's going to be taking a break next week. But also, besides that, we are going to be talking wrestling. We're going to be talking news, bring it to the table. We are going to be seeing the final week heading into the Monday Night Wars. Well, I guess it is the final week of the Monday Night Wars is what it is next week. So that'll be exciting. I'm the Professor. I bid you a farewell. He's ODM. He bids you his farewell thoughts.
Thanks, Professor. I've got a mother flippin' gun. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, IT crowd, right? I got a flipping gun. I got a flipping gun.
It's later in the episode with them glasses of shit, ain't it? He just starts crying as soon as he says it.
Oh, yeah? Well, thank you. I need these glasses because I can't see.
Oh, shit. You see Matthew Berry was the host of the Oscars?
Who?
Matthew Berry? There's
Harry?
somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door. Turn that off. Father! The Top of Wrestling Podcast is brought to you by The Top of Wrestling Podcast. Your hosts are the Professor Mark Fantasia and ODM, the Doc, Joe Rizzo. Feel free to reach out to the show by email at thetopofwrestling@gmail.com, on their Facebook page, Twitter page, Instagram page. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. You can listen to the show on most popular platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Podbean, Amazon Music, Pandora, and YouTube. Without your continued support, it would be just some guys talking wrestling, which is pretty much what it is anyway. Good night, folks.
Look, the best thing I can tell you about that show is there's not money shots.
I don't care. You know what I mean?
I lost it when you said it figures it took 2 gay people to get you involved with watching. That was a good one. That shit broke me. That was good. All right, you ready to stop?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.